Let's Uncommon Fossil Day, taking a look at a deck featuring Scizor. This is in a lot of Zoroark decks. It's a real critical attacker in it. It's a stage 1, 140 HP. Generally use the punishing Scissors attack for 1 metal energy, does 10 plus 50 more damage for each of your opponent's Pokemon in play that has an ability. And most decks have a number of Pokemon with abilities. So for 1 energy on a single price, stage 1 can do big damage. Very nice. It does have a second attack, 2 metal, does 70, but that's not really what we want to be doing with the deck. But if that's the best we can do, we might use that. But rather than being a Zoroark deck, I am just making it a deck that evolves from Scyther. This is the basic that it evolves from. It has free retreat, which is quite nice. And it's got the, we can't attack with a Scyther because it needs grass energy. We don't play grass. We play, well, actually, that's not true. We could attack with it. We play metal, and we play luminous energy, which provides every type of energy. So we could use one of these attacks. Helpful Flash slashed for 20, Slicing Blades for 70, but again, we're probably not doing that, I will say. The other attacker, which is why we play luminous energy, is Mimikyu. It's kind of a countery deck here, and Mimikyu obviously is a counter Pokemon that can be very effective in some matchups. But only some, what I'll say. And most decks have a way around it. But Safeguard ability prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from your opponent's EX and V Pokemon. It can be very useful. Slows down your opponents. Like I said, pretty much they can get around it. But if you can slow them down a few turns, we get set up, and that's very good. And then Ghost Eye, we do want to be able to attack with. I think that's very important for Mimikyu generally to be successful. So Luminous Energy and 1 metal energy, and we can attack with it. You can't attach 2 luminous energy because it won't work then. We'll get to that when we look at the energies in a moment. And then the third attacker, Radiant Charizard, obviously 1 luminous energy, pays the fire, and Excited Heart, ideally, late in the game, we can attack for just 1 energy. The Pokemon's attack cost 1 colorless less for each prize card your opponent's taken. So, there it goes from 5 energy cost to a single energy cost if they've taken 4 prizes. Path to the Peak, of course, can't be in play, but doing 250 on a single prize basic 1 energy, very, very nice. So, a good option in this deck. Keeping things simple, 1 Manaphy, just protect the bench. I think the deck needs that. Could play Jirachi to protect the bench as well from Sableye, but honestly, Lost Zone's going to get tough. I think that we just need to hope if it's up against Lost Zone, either we scoop or we need to beat them, get ahead enough before they can use their Sableye. Right? We need to hopefully they need to have a slow game where they can't Sableye too fast, is what I will say. And then a 2/2 Bibarel line and 1 Skwovet, just very, very standard engine. So that's what the deck is. So again, a Scizor attacking deck, which is it's fun to play. It is a little inconsistent, is my current experience with it. So 4 metal energy, not a lot of energy, just 8 in total. 4 metal and 4 luminous. We just need 1 energy to attack with Scizor and 2 to attack with Mimikyu. Luminous energy, if you're not familiar with it, as long as this card is attached to a Pokemon, it provides every type of energy. It provides, but only 1 energy at a time. So 1 energy. If the Pokemon this card is attached to has any other special energy cards attached, this card provides 1 colorless energy instead. So if you attach your second luminous energy to it, rather than having 2 psychic and something else, for instance, you just have 2 colorless energy, and you can't attack then. So never attach a second luminous energy to any of the Pokemon in this deck, or it ruins your day. Okay, getting to the trainers, kind of a counter deck. I'll hit the supporters first. 1 Raihan, just really good. Pokemon's knocked out, single prize deck. We're going to get knocked out some. Search your accelerate energy from a basic energy from the discard pile. So that's a metal energy in this case. And search your deck for any 1 card. Very nice there. We have 4 research. We just got to get things set up, and we can generally live with the discard. But then we also play 4 Iono to not discard, can help us. And of course, it can put our opponent to a small hand later on the game, so it has some value there. And 3 bosses orders. We want to be taking knockouts, or if we're not knocking something out, we want to be able to gust it up later in the game to knock it out. So that's very important there. And then 1 Pal Pad to put any 2 supporters from the discard pile back in the deck. 1 counter catcher as well, which acts like a boss on an item, but you have to be behind the prizes. A super good card. You should be playing that a lot, I assume. 2 Vengeful Punch. That's the only tool we play. Does have some value. If the Pokemon this card is attached to is knocked out from damage by your opponent's Pokemon. Put 4 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. So just trying to set up knockouts down the road. So value there. Switch cards, 2 rope. Okay, and that's it. No switch, 2 rope. Okay. Trying to remember what the specifics of the deck are. 1 Artazon, or 3 Artazon, sorry. Put a basic, search your deck for a basic non-Robux Pokemon, put it on your bench. So that is any of, well, all our basics except for Radiant Charizard, so it helps us set up there. 2 level balls, searches for all our basics, right? Just our basics, right? Yeah, I'm just double checking here, except for Radiant Charizard. So, but 4 Nest Ball. So Nest Ball is better in this case than level ball because Nest Ball gets the Radiant Charizard, 2 level balls, and then 4 Ultra Balls. So a good amount of Pokemon search there. 1 Echoing Horn, put a basic from your opponent's discard pile onto their bench. So if we want to get maybe a Pokemon ability back into play to do 50 more damage with Scizor, maybe we want something that we can easily knock out and get some prizes for too. So it has value there in the deck. 1 Lost Vacuum, get rid of a tool or stadium in play that, gets rid of something important there, is a good flexibility. And Path to the Peak, of course, we need, if Path's in the play, we can't use Radiant Charizard, and we generally need that late game. And 2 Super Rods, so as a single prize deck, we're churning through, getting a lot of Pokemon knocked out. We need to recover them. Plus, we play Professor's Research, so we need to get cards back into the deck so we can search them out again. Pokemon and or basic energy, good with this. So it's a solid deck, is what I'd say. Inconsistent in setting up some. That's the downside to it, but a deck I've enjoyed. So let's take a look on the ladder and see what we can do. All right, let's see what happens here. We would like to go first. It's an evolving deck, or if we want to go in with Mimikyu, that needs 2 energy to attack. So going first is generally what we want to do. Those decks that want to attack that go second aren't necessarily our best matchups, I will say. Look, it's good. I get to go first. It's a very matchup dependent deck. Get the wrong matchups. My experience is it's not great with this deck. So it doesn't have to hit the matchups it likes. It wants often enough is my general experience, I will say. So not bad though. I like the research here. So this could be good. So Mew, which ruins Mimikyu V. So I think I'm going to skip the Artazon. And I might skip the Mimikyu. I think I'm going to toss down a Skwovet. That's what I'm going to do here. I'm not sure what I'm up against yet, but Skwovet seems good. Keep the Ultra Ball to grab a stage 1, and I'll end turn. So not bad. If I draw into something I don't want to discard, I could always use Skwovet to put it back into the deck. So I'm researching away some other 1 card. So that's an option too. See what I'm up against. Lightning. So Miraidon deck, I'm assuming. Okay, so Spiritomb shuts down basic Vs, but I don't have any, so that's fine. Okay, get rid of a boss. That's always good. More lightning. So Miraidon. So they're going to set up their bench now. I assume we'll see probably play Flaffy, I'm guessing. Which would be Mareep, of course, this turn. But we'll see what they accelerate. I assume they should have used Miraidon's ability. Assuming they want to use that first, I would say. That's because, look, I haven't played Miraidon a bit, actually. I should probably play some Miraidon again. I like just a turbo-y Miraidon build. Has appeal to me. And, I should do that again. But you want to get those... my experience, you want to get those Pokemon onto the bench first before you Electric Generator, because you have a greater odds of hitting the energies you want, right? Now you have 2 less cards in decks, so a higher percentage of energy in the deck, more likely to hit 1 or 2 energies that you want, right? All right, so okay, well, this is good. I want to attach energy. And I think I will 1, 2. Well, that's actually pretty good. What's my damage level? Am I going to one-shot them? I think think I just might. I'm lazy and perhaps dumb and not gonna. I think I'm doing what 210, right? I think I am. That is very nice. So research away nothing. Very nice there. Oh, I could get rid of that tool, but I think I will wait on that. It's a pretty good hand, I gotta say. I could Ultra Ball here, get a Bibarel. I'm just take the knockout, sit on this hand. If I get Iono'd, I'll be sad because then I might not have the pieces I need next turn. But this hand's super nice. I like having the flexibility next turn, so that's super good. Taking turn 2, took 2 prizes, and they don't have a spread attack in this deck thus far. There's what is it Zapdos EX that can hit the bench, in which case I'll need to get Manaphy down. It might just take 3 energies. I think I have to have damage on the bench Pokemon to do that, though, if I recall. So send up the Mew. That makes obviously a ton of sense. What I will do here, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm doing, okay, slacking, which is fine. So they play Path to the Peak to shut down the slacking, which I don't like that. And I might, so Path to the Peak, I can bump it. Well, I got rid of my one Artazon, right? I have 2, I think I play 3 in deck, if I recall. So that's going to be important to be able to want Path. I don't know, I guess they just want to thin there, but that's, okay. I mean, they haven't retreated yet, but I guess they wanted to have one less card in hand, right? So research, okay. So they didn't get rid of my tool, which I don't know if I think they could have, right? I don't remember. Do they have 2 cards in hand? All right, well, I don't have. Okay, so I would like to. Do I want to get a Pokemon onto the bench? I'm going to. I want this guy. I want to. I mean, Mimikyu does have value at 2, right? He's not good against the Mew and such, but let's see. I have 2 boss, right? 2 boss, which I might hit. It's no guarantee though, right? It's not a guarantee. So I'm going to do this. Do I want to get rid of the tool? I'd love to not take out that Mew, I got to say. So he's doing what, 210? I could just take out the Raichu as well. So tell you what, I'm gonna not use the Lost Vacuum. I'd like to use Boss, grab 2 more prizes if I can. If not, you know, I attached the energy before to thin. I did get Boss, so I think I want to take 2 prizes. And this could lead to just a win for me. I don't know. We'll see if they concede at this point or not. They're down by 4 prizes. That's not a good thing. They're going to be careful with benching things with abilities, I assume. I don't know that for certain, but I don't really want to knock out the Zapdos, I got to say, but I may need to. It reduces my damage, right? But at this point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Okay. Oh, no. Okay, so the Spiritomb shuts down. Okay, I was trying to think the math. The Spiritomb shuts down the Slacking's ability. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So Spiritomb, Mew, Miraidon, Zapdos. So they still have 4. So if I get my tool card, right? I need Tool Scrapper. I mean, I need the Lost Vacuum. Sorry. I just need to get rid of their tool. And actually, I don't need to get rid of their tool, do I? If they hit into me because of my tool, right, I do 40 damage here. So I think 1, 2, I think I'm okay here. Although they need to get, yeah, I mean, they don't need Path because they have the Spiritomb. So, okay, that's right. I mean, Path would be very bad for me. Okay. I mean, this is fine. So 70 didn't take the knockout. I don't really want to knock him out, I gotta say, because I'd like to knock something out. That's what I'd like to do here, right? Let me get rid of 2 Iono. I'm way ahead in prizes, right? So let me get him. Let me get him into play. Do I want to start setting up a Mimikyu? I don't know if I do. I don't know if I do. I'm gonna attach here. They conceded, so I was just making my plays. I was going to go for my other boss. I probably wouldn't have hit it that turn, but look, I got up, and my opponent was in a lot of trouble. They were certainly probably correct to scoop. They played the game longer than a lot of people would have, in fact. So the deck did very well that game. All right, let's see what happens here. The deck is working okay as I'm recording these gameplay videos, kind of going 500-ish. Depends on the matchup, you know, and in the game against some different, you know, against some tougher matchups, I will say too, which isn't bad. You know, it's winning against the decks it should, and it's competitive against some of these decks where it's not so favored. So anyway, I get to go first. That's what I want. Obviously, I can't attack turn 1 at all. And taking a mulligan, but they don't know what I'm playing here. That's the nice thing. None of my attackers are revealed. I would say they could have seen the Scyther, or Scizor, sorry. Well, this is not a great start, but okay. So I get a Scyther down, I think. Okay, so this is okay, it's not block Snorlax. It is I'm not happy is what I'll say. But, you know, this might go all right. This might go all right. So attach here and end turn, right? I will have a choice. I play what, 2 rope, I think. So do I evolve to Bibarel? All right, so healing. Okay, that's more abilities. I like that. I like that, right? So is this a I assume it's a oh man. Lugia deck, right? Lugia Archeops deck to get the energies into play. Yeah, it's Lugia. And Lugia's got an ability, so there's going to be a ton of abilities, right? This may be a full board of abilities, which is 6 times 5. So I'm doing 310 damage in that case, right? So yeah, so we will see what happens here. I'm not loving life, I will say. Okay. I mean, that's a nice play too. He goes in the active and he can discard a card from hand. So what's that? That's that 3 Archeops now? Yeah. Okay. So I think at this point I don't think I want to attach energy or anything. I think I'm gonna end turn. This could be very bad for me. Very bad, probably. But you know, we'll see what happens. Because now I'm just top decking next turn. So I could have attached my Luminous Energy. I would have only drawn 1 card though. I mean, if it was a supporter, I could have done something. But you know, see what happens. Hopefully they can't gust up my Scyther, in which case I will one-shot them, right? With a Scizor. I I need to get a Scizor. I won't have any energy, and I have 0 engine though. 0 engine, right? They could retreat too into the Snorlax. I'm not sure. I'd rather them attack with Lugia. I'd like to knock out the Lugia first. He's got big HP, and I can one-shot him right now. So, which is very good, right? So yeah. So I need to. All right, that's not terrible. So I will research. I guess I rod here, don't I? I think I rod. There's not a reason not to. I mean, these are Pokemon. These are cards I want to get back again as well. I want to take out the Lugia, so okay. So let's see what happens here. He does 310, which is very nice. So I will get down. I'll get down another Scyther. That's really all I can do here. I could Ultra Ball, but this isn't terrible. This is not a bad hand. So, boom, I take 2 prizes. If you knock me out, if you knock out my active, I have Raihan. Yeah, not bad at all. So, not bad at all. Yeah, so they want to attack with him, which of course makes a ton of sense. I probably Raihan, I guess. I mean, Raihan guarantees the attack, right? Obviously, I'd love to take out the Luminous V though as well, right? And they might collapse Stadium to get rid of that Luminous V. So I might, if I have a chance, if I get, well, I'm not going to be behind in prizes, so I'm vulnerable to that collapse Stadium. There's not much I can do about it. That's what I'd say, right? I took 2 prizes. I think that was the right play. They are Ionoing me, so see what happens. Okay, it was a good hand. It could be better. All right. Well, all right. This is not good. This isn't good. Well, anyway, okay, and that shuts down their abilities, which is bad for me too. That does a lot. So, but I have the Mimikyu, which is what I'm going to retreat into the Mimikyu here. I don't know if I want to. Do I want to stall here? I think I do. So Mimikyu, Skwovet. What's my other stadium? Support. Do I want to Pal Pad? So what do I gust up here? Radiant. Let's energy in the discard. So I'm going to gust up. Just want to make them use resources is what I want to do here. I will. All right, I'm going to bench another Scyther. It's not well. I'm going to go bench Bidoof. It's risky, but I've really got to get things going here. So I'm going to retreat, send up Mimikyu, and end turn. Right, so I have a card in hand. Hopefully they Iono me. Hopefully I could have Skwoveted that card away. They know that, right? So I'm saying, hey, I want it. So in a sense, I was saying, hey, I want to keep that card. So I wish I had gusted up the Luminous V because then that would have stayed in play when I really did want that as a target. I gusted up Radiant Serena because that's 2 energies, and I like to just make them thin energies more. But the obviously Luminous V they couldn't have got rid of with that. So with Collapse Stadium. So okay, getting rid of Drapion, getting rid of DTE, which I'm surprised by that because they should have probably just manually attached if nothing else to Radiant Serena because they need that to retreat. That was kind of a waste of an energy, and I'm glad to see that. I got to say, I'm glad to see that. Right, because they did discard 1 DTE, so right there should be 2. There's 3 DTEs there, so they're out of DTEs now because there's a DTE attached as well. So see what happens. Now I'm really up against things here, which I knew was going to happen. Also, I will say. All right, actually, research is good, right? Research is good. I'll Pal Pad Boss. I'll Pal Pad Research too. I'm kind of needing a lot of things. Research is my friend for sure. Okay. That's actually pretty good, right? That's actually that's good. So I'm gonna, what do I get rid of? I think I keep the, I'll get rid of this and this. Yeah, I'll get rid of those guys. Toss you down. I take a prize. I do catch up here on the prizes, which is good. And I need to get an attacker down for next turn. That's what needs to happen. So this is good here. Maybe I should have benched my Radiant Charizard, actually. That might have been the play. That probably was a mistake. But anyway, so we'll see what happens. Now, because as I get rid of Pokemon with abilities, I do less damage too. So I am very unhappy about, okay, that's good. That gives me access to Bibarel. We'll see. I mean, I have what was that my first Luminous Energy? Have I discarded any? At one. Okay, so one Luminous Energy. Sorry, Luminous Energy, not Luminous. Not combining with Lumineon V. Okay, see what else they get in play. Hopefully, it's another Pokemon with an ability. I don't think I'd go for the Archeops. All right, Lugia. That's a good choice, actually. Lugia V. 1, 2, because I don't one-shot him now, right? And they actually don't one-shot me, though, either. So, okay. That's not bad, actually. This isn't bad. So I can send up the size of Scyther. Okay. It gets tricky now. It gets tricky. Getting that Lugia V is a bit of a problem for me. Probably get the barrel and oh, he's okay. I don't want to. Well, I play 2 rods, right? I'm down to 1 rod though. So what do I want to do here? All right, I'm gonna grab the barrel and play to hound my Radiant Charizard. This is a risk here, but I think I've got to have that Radiant Charizard to win the game. That's what I'm thinking. And I only have down to 1 rod, and I'm thinking I don't hit the rod probably. So do I want to bench him? I don't think I do. All right, I'm going to use Skwovet first. And then I can, because I get rid of the Charizard. Okay, this is good. This is good. So get down a Scyther. And now draw 5 fresh cards. I need my stage 2, and I need an energy. And then if I potentially can win the game. Okay, so this isn't terrible, right? So I have Echoing Horn, so that's actually very nice for me, right? So I think I want to toss down Lumineon V here, right? Let me use my stadium first. I think I want to research. Do I want Mimikyu in play? Yeah, Mimikyu does mess with the Lugia, right? So I want Lumineon V in play. You can't attack with him because I don't think they have the water energy. And that's really good for me. So I need energy and I need those cards exactly. So that's super awesome there. And do I want to... I I think, do I want to get another? I think I want to ditch. Okay, opponent conceded. I was going to ditch their 2 research that turn. So, anyway, so my opponent conceded. I was being a little slow, but I was trying to think through my plays. I wasn't being intentionally slow. I was just thinking through what I wanted. I wanted to get another Scizor, and anyway, the deck did quite nicely there. So very pleased with it. All in all, recording here, I've won more games than I've lost. So, you know, a good fun deck. Let me do a little pack opening to kind of close things up. I'm making some good progress, right? Again, it's a shortened battle pass, only 2 months, but I'm well ahead of pace. As long as you're doing it, if you started from the beginning and do a tier a day, you'll be done with a few days to spare. If you're behind, you have time, but like if you haven't made much progress, you kind of need to be starting to try to get 2 tiers a day, right? If you haven't done anything, you can do it in 2 tiers a day. So do that. I believe the set following Temporal Forces is also going to come out in 2 months after that. So I think we're going to have another 8-week time with the Battle Pass, which if for most people, if you play regularly, you're going to finish. So no duplicates there, but getting some good progress through these pack openings. Like I said, I'll wait to craft most of these the cards for the new set if you can. There's not a lot of cards that you're going to want from this set because it's really about special arts, not about playable cards. And if you're a budget player, getting the special arts can be very expensive. It's going to limit what you can play. So for me, it's just the basic art is what I'm happy with. And anyway, enjoy some Pokemon. Give the deck a try. Let me know what your thoughts are on it. I'm mixed feelings on the deck is what I'll say. It's good for some things. Obviously, it's a little tricky. Maybe it needs a different engine or some adjustments to it. But the performance for the deck, I think, is reasonable. It's kind of in that okay as a deck to play on the latter category. Take care.